Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So it's a cold Friday night here in South Australia, so I have the heater going. Now, I think it was yesterday, I went out and I went to just 2 secondhand stores, and then I had to go to Spotlight to look for some bead storage that I wanted. So I thought I'd show you the things I picked up. So firstly, I have this writing set, Cottage Rose. So I haven't looked in here yet, but the pattern on this looks beautiful, so I'd use this anyway, just to store bits and pieces in. Be a nice tag holder or envelope holder or something. Let's see if I can get it open. So I hope you are all doing well. So it's got a pencil in there. And we've got this little notepad, so it's just plain papers by the looks, which is a bit sad, but they do have the gold gilding on the edges, which is kind of nice, so I think that's a nice touch, and they'll be great to slip into some little pockets and tucks. I can always reuse that as well. And then it looks like an address book. I even use this one. It's quite sweet. It's a nice little set. And there were these I think they're Wallpaper Borders. It's hard to tell because they're from Asia somewhere. So I'm not sure if this like your sticky vinyl or your old-fashioned wallpaper. So I'll have a quick look at one of those. I think they were 50 cents a pop, so I thought I might as well grab the 3 of them. Some nice texture. I reckon they're your sticky vinyl stuff, which is all right. It's got some tape on it, holding it closed. Yeah, so I think it's the stuff that you peel off, but that's all right. That is beautiful. I like the pattern on that. You can always make little stickers with it as well. Put my rubbish away. So I haven't been on much. I haven't been in the craft room for a couple of days now, but we're heading into the weekend, so I'm hoping to get in here a lot over the weekend. Yes, more beads, but this pack looked really cool. It was $1. It has these beautiful dark cherry red beads, which I really liked. Purple one, and it has these blue ones which I love as well. All different ones. I always think of bugs when I see these ones for some reason. Did have a leaf in here somewhere too that was really pretty, but I think I only had one, if I can find it. Did see it before. There it is. I love that one. Then there were buttons. Now I'll try not to get too many buttons these days because I have managed to hoard a whole heap now of your different colours. But I like the look of these. They're like your upholstery buttons or off of a man's or a woman's even woolly coat. And I actually think that would look pretty cool on a masculine themed journal on the cover or something. Something a bit different. And then I grabbed some, I've just got sticky tape stuck to my fingernail. I'll get that off because it's annoying me. I've got some brownish buttons. I don't think I have a lot of brown buttons, but I know I don't. So I can always top them up. I think I'd use them quite a bit in your nature and animal themed journals. I'm not even going to bother opening that. I'll put it in the too hard basket for tonight. But yeah, your creamy and grey brown buttons. There's more. There's these huge ones, which I usually wouldn't grab because I think they're too bulky and heavy for covers and that. But these ones are actually really light. And they're, I don't know, dark lavender sort of colour. So I quite like them, they're interesting. Got some crepe paper. I already have a fair bit of crepe paper here, but I don't think I have orange, and I love this deep reddish orange that I've got here as well. I might try doing some dyeing with them over the next week. There are a few random bits of your crochet nylon. I do have stacks of this stuff as well, but I'm not sure if I have these colours, and I really love the colours, and they were very cheap, so got those 3. I do love using that on embellishments as well, and to tie journals. Some of your tatting thread, crochet cotton, whatever it is. It's a nice baby blue, which I like, and I don't think I have that colour much. So I thought that would be nice. I love using that to tie in my signatures. Now this is a very interesting pack. I'm not quite sure what they are. They look almost like, I don't know, war medals or something, but fake ones. Now I think it was $2 for the pack, but it just fascinated me, so I grabbed it. Oh, they're wooden ones. Unless they're, oh, they might be cardboard, just thick cardboard. Something might be nice for some covers. Defense medal, Azad Hind. Now I don't really make, you know, I'm not a real fan of wartime ephemera, but I don't know, I did find these really interesting. So the Australia Service Medal, 1939 to 45. They look like someone's made them. Because this is, I think I can put them all in one bag afterwards. That's interesting. Henry the First, that's pretty cool. Could see that on a cover. I don't know, don't really like all the royal stuff either, so I don't keep a lot of that, but I have been finding a fair bit while I've been going through the encyclopedias, so that would probably make quite an interesting journal. Might even go with some of my wallpaper in it as well. So I'll try and fit most of these into one bag, although this one's pretty big. Now I'm interested to know who made these. Valor, Medal of Valor. They would be really cool on covers, wouldn't they? Commando Jaywick Rimau Valor. Big ones back in there. South Australia Police Rangers. Anytime, any place. One's a bit broken, but Victoria Regina. Is that a Victorian? Well, it's not a cross, is it? So it's really cool how they've been made, though. Put that one in there carefully. Maybe I will have to put them in a number of bags for now. So they're quite fascinating. I'm glad I grabbed that bag. Quite unique pieces, really. Someone's obviously put a lot of work into it because they've painted gold paint on bits and pieces. It's beautiful. Oh, fumbly fingers. Keep all of those ones together. Those ones together. So these are the last couple. Remembrance Medal. So they're really cool. Just put these bags in my drawer. And that bag in the drawer. All right, and then from that shop, the last thing I got was this. I looked at it, I thought, no, Nat, no. But it was $2, And then I thought, you know, look at all the individual bits, and there's big ones and there's smaller ones, and I love these little creamish ones too. So, and the leaves, so I think there's a lot I can do with these, and I've seen people, you know, use their dyes and that to distress them and change colours and that sort of thing. Some of them look beautiful on covers. Might actually use some on a cover soon. So I had to grab that. There's heaps to play with. And then the next shop I went to, I grabbed a few things. There was this bag of random ribbon pieces. I'm a sucker for bags of random bits and pieces. But all of you that go to the second-hand stores probably feel the same. Little grab bags are the best fun. Oh, that's just so much sticky tape on everything. What I really liked was the look of this bias binding. Really nice for your farmyard retro kitchen journals. So I really wanted that. But it also has this thick cream satin ribbon. Another, that's more of a sort of paperish one. And then some thicker brown bias binding. And I love using this stuff. Might be able to use that for something soon too. Then there was a die and stamp set off of one of the magazines. Can't remember how much that cost me, but aren't they cute? $2 it was. So, and it has your berries, so strawberries. I think it's all strawberry, but it's got a little bee. And then it's got the die cut to make that pattern, which is really cool. And I do collect things for berry journals and strawberries specifically, so I thought that would go nicely. Then I grabbed some doilies because in the shop I went to, the doilies are 50 cents each unless marked otherwise, which is a very fair price. And I do have a friend that's looking for some bits and pieces for projects at the moment, so I thought I'd grab these few and see if she was interested. That one's gorgeous. It feels really vintage as well. And then there was this one. So they're plain otherwise, but the edges are really nice, and the little corner piece there is really nice. The linen's great as well. Then this one, which might have to, actually it's quite big, which is good, because I was going to say I don't know if I can part with all of this one. I might have to half it or something, because I love the colour. It looks vintage, beautiful flowers on it, which I'd like to use in something. And then the last thing I found at that particular shop was this, and I don't know, I just had to get it out of interest more than anything, because it's Pink Flamingo gift set, and it includes lawn. I was like, what? But I don't know, I was just wondering if the flamingos might be good to use for something, so let's see if we can open it up. I buy anything, don't I? But sometimes you just see something that you haven't seen before and you've got to give it a go. Can use the box as well. Oh, they're cute. I know someone who might watch this that likes flamingos, so she might be getting excited right now. Oh, the lawn is like your foam that you stick flowers into. That's so cute. They are cool. I always got a little pink flamingo book. Fun flamingo facts. That is really cool. Didn't know it come with a little book, and look, it's got a fence. That's given me some good ideas actually. It's got little spikes so you can stick it in the foam. I suppose you just stick them in the foam too. They're cool. The legs look like way thick for them. How cool is that though? I'm glad I got that now. That's fun. There was this little set that was just loose in a basket, but I found this bag that I think it came out of, so I put it in there and got it for 50 cents. So they're little bird cards. It says MMIX Affirmation Publishing House. Illustrations by Kate Knapp. So, but they're all of birds, these funny little birds. And this one says, words have wings, so speak good things. And I thought they are really, really cool to put in some journals. They just say nice things. If you do not change direction, you will end up where you are going. Well, that's a fact. So just lots of things like that, which I thought were really cool. Oh, that's beautiful. So I thought they were really sweet. And then I have managed to get a few of these before, but not this many. So it's a pack of your CD, DVD paper sleeves, but they're different colours. So we've got blue, green, yellow, orange and red ones. So that's really cool. They had sewing patterns. Now, this particular store I went to, they have them for 20 cents, which is just an excellent price. Usually they're around $3 in all the other stores. So I don't want to buy them for $3. And a lot of the time I can't find these old vintage ones anymore. They're the newer ones and I don't really like them. So I just hunted through, grabbed the ones that weren't too damaged, that were the more vintage and cute style. And there are a few kid ones, which was really cool. So I got that one. And that one. I do have a tub full of patterns now, so I don't really need many more, but I do love the ones with the pictures of the kids, and I don't have many of those. And a boy one, which is nice as well, because I don't have many male patterns. There was a guest book. I already have a guest book that's quite vintage. This one isn't as old, but I still really love the pages. There was a Cinderella book. I did give mine to a darling lady to make a journal with, so I thought I'd grab this one while I saw it. If that darling lady needs this one, if she's watching, she'll know who she is, because this one's in better condition than the one I gave her. So do let me know. This one is seriously, it is 1950. It's very old again, but I think the other one was probably that age too, but this one's in a lot better condition. Beautiful book. There was this knitting pattern book for a baby. Had a price sticker on that I couldn't get off completely. Thought this was nice and vintage. 20 cents again, so it's already broken a bit, missing a few pages or whatever, so I thought that one will be all right to use. And I like these advertisements for garden magazines or whatever in the back, so I think I will use, yeah, probably not worry about that, and then use these for some ephemera for some gardening journals. And then the last thing I bought was this Australian Parrots and Finches. 50 cents it was. Huge book. Beautiful though, and I love parrots. So I'll start from the back. I'll see how old it is. I think maybe 80s or something. What is it? Oh, 2004. Newer than I thought. She's glossy, but the pictures are, the colours are amazing. Look at that. Gorgeous pictures. It's got the black and whites as well. And budgies. So they're quite big pictures. They're just amazing. King parrots. We had some of them in our backyard. as my father breeds Australian parrots. And cockatiels. Almost feel embossed. I think someone's gone around these specifically with a pencil. Yeah, to get the pattern. They haven't done it with the other ones, which is good, but just that one. They've gone around it to get the pattern onto some paper, I think. Beautiful book. Now, I was looking at Spotlight for another bead container. I will just go get the one so I can show you. So I was looking for another one of these containers that I showed in my... I think I showed it the other day when... Did I have another? Oh, I was ripping up books, and then I showed how I had sorted my beads. And I want another one like this to put little bits and pieces in and keep them together and be able to drag them out all at once. But they didn't have them anymore. So I was quite upset about that. But I did, of course, come home with some other stuff. So I will show you the first little bits and pieces that I got. So they had a sale basket that had things for $1. So they had this white and black thread for $1. And then they had these scissors for $1. And I thought they were a really cool size. So, you know, you can never have enough scissors because I use them here in the craft room and then out in the lounge room when I'm sitting there, sometimes in the car. So I'm always having to run back and forth and get my favourites from here and there. So I thought I'd give these a go, and they were $1 each, which is good. I looked in the fabric clearance bin and they had this, which is like your tulle, but it's that softer style netting. And I love the purple lavender sort of colour on that one. And then they had this fabric, which obviously it was new because it's just the offcuts of the new stuff, but it looks, to me it looks vintage style. I really like that as well. And then I looked at the dies, didn't I, which was bad of me, but they were having a sale on the dies. So they had this Sizzix Thin Lit Wild thing, it's called. And I thought they looked really fun to play around with those. Make all sorts with them. So I grabbed those. And then when I was looking in the bead storage for my container, like I said, I couldn't find the one I wanted, but they did have these snap box with handles. They had this large one. They were quite expensive. It is Spotlight, you know, but they do join together. I don't know how good these are. So that takes the lid off. So obviously when you unsnap the next one, it takes the lid off of that one. So they're definitely not as easy to use or as good as the one I wanted, but that's what I ended up having to get. So what I wanted that size for possibly was, you know, I've got 3 or 4 or 5 containers that have got all my fittings in. Although these are quite big, looking at them now, so they might be used for other beads. I was going to fit all my fittings and that in there so that I could just pick up the one thing and bring it out without having to have all these different sized ones and that. A lot of these little containers I already had here because a lot of the time when I buy things from a second-hand store, they'll come in these, and so I grab them whenever they're there with things that I want because it's great for storage. So I have like so many of them. Now, the other container I got was a bigger one, which is this one, which is the same deal, and it has these 3 levels. So what I thought that would be really good for is the one lot of beads I hadn't really put away properly were my necklaces that I'd broken down. I'd sort them into colours, all the beads. So I'm thinking that this would be really good stored in here, and there'll be room to grow as well when I break down my other necklaces that I have. So I did show that I had a tub like this that was full of my beads that I'd broken down from necklaces. Well, I also had another tub like this that was chock-a-block full of the necklaces and bracelets and that I still need to break down and use. So I was stocking them into my new container, It was just going to be for the beads that I had already broken down, but there seemed to be a lot more space in it than I realised, so I was able to put both the beads I've broken down plus the necklaces and that in here, sort of colour coded, which is cool. So I've got all the, I'll just make sure you can see the whole, yeah, you can almost see the whole container there. So I've got, I think it's brown beads and brown necklaces. Oh, brown beads, brown necklaces. I think this is all brown here and here. And then I've got purple. Looks like I've got three, lots of purple. Some are beads and some are necklaces. So I think these are all my purple beads and then these are my purple necklaces. And then I've got orange. And then I've got the pinks. So they fit really well. I don't know if I will trust, it does pick up just with the handle now, but I don't know if I'll trust that for long because it is getting rather heavy now. But it's so much handier because I can see what I've got. I don't have the broken down beads and the necklaces in different bins now. I can just drag out this one and I've got them all together so I can see what I've got. So I've got reds, blues, greens, more blues. Yeah, greens here. And blues and greens there. Sorry. Always banging the legs of my rack. So hopefully that's going to hold all right. And then if I take those ones off, we've got our blacks and our pearl looking beads, our silvers, golds. These are glass beads. So that's sorted them out really nicely, I reckon. So now I've just got to figure out what I am going to put in my smaller container here. So that's warmed me up, showing you all of that. So that was my little retail therapy for this week. Hope you managed to get out and do some for yourselves. And I hope I'll be back a few times over the weekend with some crafting with you guys. That'll be heaps fun. So take care of yourselves, be good, and I will see you soon. Bye.